It's Monday afternoon, a little past 1 p.m. So, I'm in my final hours of studying and crunch time before the quiz. However, I don't want to, overwork my mind and do too much studying for the quiz because I've done it before, literally this semester for a previous organic chemistry exam. What happened was, on the actual quiz, I kind of blanked out, not entirely blanked out. I made some mistakes I normally wouldn't make if I was, if my mind was, well rested and not overworked and everything. So I definitely do not want to make that mistake again, especially since this final weighs more than a usual exam. And also of course it's longer than a usual exam. So yeah, definitely cannot be affording to make that mistake. So now I'm trying to take it somewhat easy, not too easy for sure, but also not overworking my mind either. So right now I'm trying to work on the arrow pushing part of mechanisms, because I remember that's what I got wrong in the previous quiz, because I overworked my mind. Also because sometimes when you're actually taking the quiz, I think that's sudden wait, how do I do this again type of moment, and I do not want it to happen again, hopefully. So yeah, my goals arrow pushing, some more practice problems, looking back at what I personally had difficulties with in previous exams in case other people also had the same previous like same difficulties in the previous exams. Those are the ones that are more likely to make a comeback in this upcoming exam. It was less than 5 hours till the exam or whatever. Because first at 6, we're supposed to get there 15 minutes early to get settled and everything. Exam is 2 hours long. Last semester, on that final exam, I actually did somewhat well compared to my normal scores. It was my either my second or third best score out of the 5 exams if we include the final. So I'm maybe I can conjure up that kind of that kind of knowledge again, and once again do well, maybe even enough. I was gonna say enough to get me to the B region of the grading. I'm that kind of seems a bit too hopeful. Okay, let's just say a B minus or above at this point. To at least not think my grade. Okay. Well, it's basically go time. It's about 5:30, and I ate already. I ate around 4 o'clock because I realized if I wait longer to eat, if I wait till before the exam to eat, I'll be too nervous to eat because I'll be thinking about how I'm scoring precious time by taking the time to stop and eat. So yeah. It's about 5:30. The bus is coming in a few minutes, and the bus is just gonna take me to my testing location. And normal, I'll bring my backpack with me with my notebook, my laptop, and everything. But this time, I'm gonna leave in my dorm because by the time I get there, it'll be somewhat close to the time that tests will be attributed, and then we have to leave our backpacks at the front of the room, and turn off our phones and everything. So I'm might as well not do it. I'll just trust in my knowledge. And it's also eavesdropping on what people talk about when they test each other on the subject, before the actual exam comes out, that type of stuff. And the only thing I'll be bringing with me is a normal pencil, a colored pencil because I like to color code my stuff a little to make it easier to see and whatnot. And that might be it. Yeah, that's all. Just my 2 pencils, normal pencil and colored pencil. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. I'm just so glad that this whole exam, having to study for exam, will be over soon. I mean, granted, I still can't just forget all about it because I'm taking the DAT this summer, so I'll need to brush up on my Argo Chem again for that. But I'll just be glad I don't have to study for Argo Chem for at least a couple of weeks or something. And then tonight I have to study for physics. That's the test I have tomorrow. I'm gonna head up because I really don't want to miss my bus. It's about 9:45 p.m. I finished the exam at 8 p.m. so I took the full 2 hours to complete it. I mean, technically I finished earlier, just wanted to double check that type of stuff on stuff that I was uncertain about. And the exam went I think pretty well, I want to say, but sometimes I'm oh, I think I did well, then I get a grade back, I'm okay. But yeah, I think like I said, it went pretty well, but I also don't want to jinx or anything, so yeah. Anyways, after I got back, or after I finished the exam, I went to go eat dinner at the dining hall, and I came back, took a shower, hence why I'm in new clothes now, and now I have to study for physics. That's what I have tomorrow at 6 p.m. Which kind of sucks because normally the night after I take an exam, after taking a physics or an Argo Chem exam, I would just to take the rest of the night as a chill night off, just chill, unwind, relax my mind, that kind of stuff. But I kind of can't do that. I mean, technically I could, but then I'll be cramming in physics tomorrow before 6 p.m. and I don't want to do that, so I'll just find it in me to study for it right now, make it easier for future me, do something today that your future self will thank you for. I'm even gonna try and get in some cell bio studying as well, so I'm not like cramming that all in like tomorrow night, because cell bio is the one I'm least confident about, and I still haven't really found like a good studying technique that works for me for that professor's teaching style and his exam style. So guess we'll see how things go. I'm not sure what time I'll go to bed tonight, because last night I slept at 5, actually 6 a.m. by the time I actually fell asleep. So I'm not sure whether like I'll end up crashing early and sleeping around midnight, if I'll end up staying up late again, but we'll see. It's midnight and I'm gonna head to bed because I'm mentally, tired. However, I did get some stuff and I got in some physics from like the second part of the unit, and I also did review some biology, and I wrote down like an outline of like what I actually need to like study for, so kind of like creating the game plan, I guess. Something like that. I'm not like super tired. I mean, I took melatonin like at this point maybe an hour ago, but I'm not like super tired. But I'm still gonna head to bed because I don't want to be studying anymore. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna go on my phone for about an hour before bed. And I was thinking about starting to clean up, pack up to get ready to move out. But I'm like, I don't feel like doing that anymore. I just want to, be lazy, chill in bed. So I'll speak to you guys. I mean, it's already tomorrow, so I guess like later today, I guess. It is Wednesday, a little after 1 p.m. I woke up around maybe like 12 or 1-ish, around that time, because I also slept late. Around, I think, like 4 a.m., which was unintentional. I just had trouble sleeping. But anyways, today's exam is physics. So, glad to have ArgoChem done and like, not completely over with, but like glad to have that done with. Physics, I'm more confident about that. I just have to do some practice quiz problems that we got like a week ago or something to make sure that I'm really like solidified in my understanding and everything. I'm gonna change my location of studying today because like the whole time, like these past couple of days, I've just been in my room, getting my grind on. But I'm like, what? I want to change my location today. Like, I'm kind of tired of being here. So I'm gonna go to a different place. It's a library, but it's not like our main school's library. It's a smaller one where I don't see like as many people. But I low-key love that area. I'm gonna go there and hope that, seeing the other students will also motivate me to also, like, lock in and get my grind on. So yeah, I'm gonna leave soon. When I leave, I'm gonna bring my backpack with me with only 2 notebooks. The cell bio notebook, which is the exam tomorrow, and physics, of course, and my laptop, calculator, a few other items, of course. Hair looks kind of whack. Like, I slept with only a bonnet on as opposed to like a bonnet and a bandana, and I woke up with my hair sticking straight up. I think I'll just put on a bandana today so that way, like, that'll force my hair to go down as the day progresses. I was like, put Vaseline on like my eyes and like this part of my face, so it kind of look like I've been crying. I swear I haven't. It's just the Vaseline shimmering like that, shimmer and shine. Yeah, so I'm gonna change my scenery for today and study at the library. First, I'm gonna eat first, because literally, like, if I were to walk, I have to pass the dining hall first in order to get there anyways. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So then if I stay here, once again, like, since I'm more confident in physics as opposed to organic chemistry, I'll be more likely to, like, fool around or, like, not be able to lock in as well. So I'm like, let me go somewhere else, because, having people around can't fool around as easily, because I see them studying. So I'm like, that motivates me to also do better. Also, how are you feeling about the earrings? I had to once again hit him up with the one dingly earring once the earring type of trend. I remember that I did that about 2 years ago, because it was at some point, I think it's summer from my freshman year. And then I had a teacher from my high school, because I went to go visit my former high school teachers. Then I had like an adult to ask me like, what's going on. Because like, she was confused about the trend. She was like, why do you have like one normal earring and one dangly earring? That kind of discouraged me from doing that for about, I think, a year. I didn't even realize until like, I did it again. I was like, wait, I haven't even done this in like such a long time. But I low-key mess with it, add a little pizzazz. Alright, here's the outfit. Wearing a yellow bandana, a shirt that has some yellow in it. My necklaces, yes, I'm combining gold and silver. And my Converses, red, orange, yellow. We're kind of going with warm colors today. I'm gonna head out now. I found an empty classroom to study in instead of going to the library. I'm not sure if I'll be kicked out or anything, because like when I first came to this floor, the janitor was walking around and he had the keys in his hands. I thought that maybe he was locking the doors, but this door was unlocked. I'm like, let me go in, because like, why would I not want like a whole space to myself, I'm not sure if he'll make like his rounds again and like he'll see me and he'll be like, oh, you can't be here or something. But most of the time when I've been in empty classrooms, unless they're close to like closing for the night, then like they mostly just let me stay in. So yeah, I'm glad to have all this table space because you know man loves me my table space. I also like just throw my materials and everything. It's a little past 2 p.m. by the way. It's almost 2:30. I'm gonna try and lock in. I have less than half an hour, or around like half an hour before my exam. I can see myself in the reflection. Anyways, feeling pretty confident for the most part. I even like looked at some cell bio stuff, which you know sounds related to this upcoming quiz. But you know, just because I have some burning questions, just so I'm not like cramming all of cell bio like tonight and like the hours before the exam tomorrow. But anyways, what made me laugh was that the professor sent out like an urgent email just to remind us once again that the exam is at 6 o'clock. Because like normally when we have physics exams, it's at 6:30 and not 6 o'clock. I just get that extra reminder, which makes sense. So even when I was just chilling, I was like, I sure hope I don't like forget the time, you know, and end up going when it's like when you're like halfway with the exam, you know. So we only have an hour to do it, so. And I'm the kind of person who doesn't use up the 1 hour. Like some people mention finish and leave early, not me. So yeah, we were told to get there by like 5:45, so that way like everyone can be seated and the exams can be passed. That's so we can start at 6 on the dot. It was an hour to do it. We'll get reminders like you guys have 30 minutes left, you guys have 15 minutes left, that kind of reminder as we go through the exam. I'm feeling pretty confident. I've done some practice problems. I learned some stuff. Just hoping that whoever's on the quiz will be like, you know what I actually studied for, what I actually know, like that it won't give us like any trick questions. We'll see how it goes. I'm feeling like out of the 3 exams that I've had or like will have this week, physics is one I'm most confident about, not gonna lie. And this is my setup, by the way. See, I used up like my entire portion of the table. That's cell bio. Even if I barely know what's going on, at least the notes look cute. I have the laptop over there. I was like reviewing some past questions that like I had last minute questions about. Calculator. Notebook where I was doing like some practice problems. Headphones, water, backpack, charger, door, projector behind me where I can see my reflection. I clean the boards. It's a little past 8 and then I am back in my dorm. The exam finished at 7, but then like from the time of 7 o'clock to now, I went to eat for one. And I also brought a sandwich back with me as a, late night snack type of thing. And I also got this new soda that I've never tried before, some kind of Japanese soda. $7, so it better be good. It's this. I don't even know what fruit. Oh wait, I think it is orange. I was gonna say that I didn't know what fruit it was. Cause remember that I briefly glanced at the description to see if it was something that I'd like. And I forgot exactly what the description said anyways. I thought it mentioned some kind of like exotic fruit, or that I might have been for some other drink. Anyways, I'm back in my dorm. It's 8 p.m. I have the cell bio exam tomorrow at noon, 12 p.m. Which means I'm gonna have to set an alarm to wake up. The way I've been staying up late and waking up late is kind of crazy. Like, by the time I get out of bed, but these past few days, the time I've gotten out of bed is like, around noon-ish, so I definitely need to set that alarm. I'm not sure how much sleep I'll get tonight, cause, would be nice if I could lock in and like study and feel like somewhat confident about the exam. We'll see how that goes. My game plan for that is to watch some YouTube videos about the topic, because like my lecture notes not really helping, so I'm hoping that like people from YouTube will be able to relay it in a way that I'll understand. For now, I think that I might start with packing a little, because I'm also leaving. I've been I'm moving out of my dorm tomorrow. I've barely done any packing, but I think that I might start packing tonight, because I'm a little mentally tired, and like normally like after my night exam, like after an orgo chem exam or physics exam, I just take the rest of the night off, like just a chill night, and I can't quite do that. So like if I end up like hurrying to packing everything instead of studying, even though it might not be exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, it's better than like doing nothing. But at least I'm still doing something that that I still have to do like tomorrow anyways. And I didn't even mention how I think the exam went, or how I think I did. I think I did pretty good for the most part. Hopefully this will boost my grade to, I think still what my current grade in that class is. I'm hoping that my overall grade will be, I'm hoping for a B plus or higher, of course. But last semester I got a B. I'm hoping for a B or higher, Kind of show that either like staying the same or uphill trend. It's 6 a.m. so I feel like it's okay for me to talk out loud now. But I've been awake the whole time. I have not slept. basically pulled an all-nighter like I've been doing the past couple of days. At this point, it almost feels like normal to me to, see the sun slowly rise and the light slowly fill up my room. I'm trying to like speak somewhat quietly because it's pretty quiet. Like, I've heard a few cars, even like some birds chirping, but not really people moving around or talking or much, so I don't want to wake up my fellow roommates because the walls are kind of thin, and I know damn well that when I talk to like make YouTube videos or whatever, even like just talking out loud to review, they can hear me. I spent my time, really locking in with the cell bio. So what I did was I watched YouTube videos and I was able to find videos that actually helped me with my learning and understanding of the material. And I did like active learning, not just passive learning, which was a mistake that I used to make last semester with cell bio. That was a mistake that I used to make last semester with cell bio. I do passive learning, which literally I'd pull up a video to watch before taking a nap. So I'd be in bed, I wouldn't have my notebook next to me or anything. And I'd be watching the video to like help me so much like actually learn or anything. And I'd be wondering why I didn't do as well as I wanted to do. But this time, like I watched the video, I repeated it afterwards. I had to pause, take some to absorb information, related to what I learned in my notebook, that kind of stuff. And I'm feeling like pretty confident, well prepared for this exam, which is surprising to me at least. But the exam is at 12. I set an alarm for like 11 o'clock ish. So yeah, it looks like I'll be getting a couple of hours of sleep. A couple hours of sleep is better than nothing, at least according to my psychology professor from last year. She's the one who was like, oh, if you're getting up all night cramming for an exam, at least try to get a couple of hours of sleep, because sleep is really important. It helps, like, your brain with like remembering and retaining information and everything. So yeah, that's why I've been like always been using to my advantage when I have to like stay up like to study for something. I'm like, well, I should sleep. That's what my psychology professor said. And I'm trusting the person who actually got a PhD in psychology. Anyway, I took off my bandana, as we can see, and the hair doesn't look as bad as it did. Or at least it's not taking up as much as it did yesterday. This looks pretty decent. It looks like I could be on my way to a vet journey. I plan on washing my hair later today after the exam, so that way I can like just pack everything. Because like I said, I'm packing to move out of my college dorm after the exam. So I just want to wash my hair, one last time in the dorm over here. But anyways, I'm not even like super tired. Like, yeah, my voice sounds tired. Yeah, I'm kind of like spacing on words more than usual. I'm not like super tired to the point where I was like, so we're just studying, I'll study it later on or whatever. I'll get it done and we'll figure out what to do next. Like right now, I'm in that low energy mood. Like I can't do too much. Like I can't do packing right now. But yeah, I'm just gonna try and get some sleep, a couple hours of shut-eye before the exam. Also, I was able to power through studying for this long by taking like multiple breaks. Like until I was watching the videos on YouTube, if I saw like an interesting YouTube video that popped up that's unrelated to this subject, I will still watch it. And also just like taking other breaks on my phone, like going on Reddit, checking my mail, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna head to bed and try to salvage what sleep I can, because I'm not even like tired like I said previously. So I know that when I'm actually in bed, I won't sleep like right away. It'll take me some time, but I'll try, because I have a couple of hours and there's no way that I'm gonna be awake like all those hours. Yeah. Go to bed. It's 9 p.m. and I realized I never gave an update. Like literally, I took almost the entire time for the exam. I went to like it's 2 hours for the exam, right? And I took 1 hour 45 minutes ish. And I'm not gonna lie, this exam felt harder than the last one. And I'm not sure whether my grade will be about the same as the last one, better. Or I'm hoping for either about the same or better, but we'll see how it goes. However, I do know that the way that he grades the exams is that for the exams, right, there are 4 of them total. Yeah, 4 of them. The lowest score, instead of like dropping one exam completely or having it count 100%, he did a nice compromise of having it count like the lowest score count 50%. So yeah, that's it. I woke up a little before 11, and instead of like doing last minute review, I felt like very much well prepared. So I ended up actually starting to pack instead of looking at my notebook or computer or anything. And then I went to the exam, took it, finished a little before 2, and then I ate some food, and then I continued packing. Went to visit the homie one last time before we go our separate ways for the summer. And yeah, even right now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still packing. It's because my brother's gonna come and pick me up, and since I know that he also likes to take his time and leave late, I know that I have the time to take my time to pack. Because if it was my parents who are coming to pick me up, I know that I have to be rapido. I have that deadline of person of like, oh, they're coming in a few hours. I really have to hurry up right now. I know that I can kind of like chill, take my time with it. I'm almost done with the packing. I've done all of my clothes already, except for like hoodies and jackets. That's something else, and some of my bedding stuff, and hygiene, hair, makeup, vitamins, random stuff on my table like the car, pens and other drawing utensils. Oh yeah, books and other stuff in my drawers. I'm almost done. It's mostly just the stuff on my desk that's left to do. And I'm also trying to record a couple more videos here, like my last videos here in this room before I have to leave this room. So that way it can also give me something to do, over break, or at least like for the first week of break. Because like over break, since I won't really have much to do, I guess, I can like knock out editing videos during the nighttime. But yeah, this might be it for the video. Later on when I'm editing, I'm gonna, edit in like the grades that I got on the exam. Well, yeah, my physics exam came back. I was surprised at how quickly they graded it. But I got a 15 out of 20, which is an improvement from my last exam, physics exam. Last physics exam, I got 14.85 out of 20. Now I got 15 out of 20. Not like a big improvement, but like an improvement nonetheless. And I'm gonna see if I can get an extra half point back on something. So my grade could potentially be higher, but the final grades for like that course will be put in Saturday night, I believe. And then for Intro to Ethics, I didn't have like a final for that class. However, I did have an essay due around the end of April-ish, and I finally got a grade back for that. It's an A-. And that class, there are no exams. However, there are 3 essays, and then like discussion, like it also counts like your discussion attendance and participation, and like lecture attendance and participation. That also counts as like the grade for that. And so far I've been doing pretty well in that class. First paper, I think I just got like a normal B. Second paper, A-. This paper, A-. So I could be looking at like my final grade could be something like potentially high B+ or A- range. Actually most likely towards B+, not gonna lie. Orgochem, haven't gotten news on that yet. And cell bio, just took that today. I don't know how long it'll take to grade that. Or if Gleason see what we got wrong, because the teacher's kind of old-fashioned. So he hands us back our paper, like the hard copy, so it's like how the teacher like scan the document and they can then post on like Gradescope or Blackboard, so you can like see what he got wrong, like electronically. But yeah, that's it. That was me going through 3 exams in 3 days. I was gonna record like a bunch of videos tonight, like to give me something to do while I'm home for the break, or at least for like first couple of days before I finish editing and everything. But what happened was I put my laptop away in my backpack already, and I don't want to take it out. Like it's kind of buried, and then like it's not that serious. So sometimes I like to type out like the main points that I want to address in my videos. And also, I could write it on pen and paper, but my notebooks and pens, or like mostly the notebooks, they're already buried as well. I'm like, yes, not that serious. I'll just wait till another day to like actually record the video that I wanted to record. That's okay.